Well, welcome back to another Dynodaze video, and as you can clearly see, this is work in progress. But today, it is having a map on the Ecutek software. I'm reliably assured that it's got a K20 from an FN2 in there, so let's get cracking. Well, there we go. Another one tuned, Richard. Well done.
Yeah, some basic mods on this car, aren't there?
Yeah, it's got a Japspeed 4-1, a Scorpion twin exit, which is only 2¼ inch, bear in mind.
Yeah, it is. Which is probably what's held us back today.
And it's got a HKS induction kit.
HK induction kit.
Pretty,
so,
like you say, pretty basic mods.
Yeah, pretty basic mods. Obviously, we all know they're not the best mods, you know, for obviously making power. I think the car ran 204 in standard form.
Sure.
And 204 in standard form, we finished on 208, I think we finished on.
Yeah, we made about 20 to 25 in the mid-range.
In the mid-range. So the sort of problem with it is when you talk about peak numbers and you solely talk about peak numbers, you think, so, well, 4 brake horsepower, it's not worth mapping the car. I understand that if you're only talking about peak numbers, but when you do look at the graph, which we will obviously look at the end as normal, when you do look at the graph, there is a lot of power in the mid-range and there's power throughout the whole graph, where there are much bigger gains than the 4 brake horsepower we made at peak.
And I think those gains are where it counts.
Of course. Now, the point is, if you made 20, 30 brake horsepower in the mid-range, it makes the car feel a lot faster because it's accelerating faster.
Yeah.
Whereas the 4 brake horsepower you make at peak, well, that really makes no odds because that's right up the top. When are you ever, I mean, you do drive like that, obviously, or people do drive like that, but what I'm explaining is that part doesn't really make any odds at the very peak of it all. No. But if in the mid-range at 20 and 30 brake, then yeah, that makes a big difference.
Yeah. Now this one is actually started off live as I think a Type S, and it's had a K-swap in it.
Yeah.
So he's got stuck in at home. He's put his own engine in. He swapped over what I would imagine swapped over from one car to another because part of the car's white and part of the car's black.
Yeah.
So I think he swapped over what he could, and he's got to a stage where everything works and it was ready for tuning. Now this car will make more power with better modifications.
Oh, 100%.
I'm going to go and talk to him about Uncle Keith's paint shop because this car, like I say, is 2 separate colours at the moment, and we've got some options for him. We can either paint the front end to match the back end, or we could liquid wrap the whole car. So I'm going to give him some options.
Yeah, you'd have to paint the underside of the bonnet though, because the bonnet's white, isn't it? But okay, but yeah, we can give him some options.
We give him some options. That's what Keith is capable of doing. So maybe next time you see this car, it'll be all one colour.
Yeah, maybe.
Should we have a look at the graph?
Let's have a look at that graph.
Let's do it. So there we go. Red line is as she came in with 160,000 miles on the clock. And blue line is as she leaves. That's the power in the mid-range that we're talking about there. As you can see, the difference between the red line and the blue line. We made some peak power, but we finished today on 208 and 169 at the wheels. So there we go. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video, guys. Like and subscribe and all that jazz. And as I said, I'm going to go and have a chat with the customer now about Uncle Keith's talented skills that he has and see if we can't get this car all one colour. Peace out.
I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast.